In 2015, I was fired for disability from a major U.S. hospital. When workplace stress, injury, fear, or even discrimination come for us, we need the right tools to contend. That's why you now have employee mental health education, the least invasive treatment first, so you can make informed employment, mental health, and faith based decisions from a sound mind as you direct the course of your life to your unique health equity goal. Hello, I'm Glenn A. Davis, your workforce care nurse. There are 10 power moves. Over the next 10 business days, you'll discover one power move to contend with to counter career burnout. Power can be defined as the capacity, the ability, and the willingness to act in any given situation, particularly when you're dealing with the system. Career burnout often leaves employees feeling powerless. Every power move is a faith action designed to help you reclaim your power. Today's power move is confront. Power move number 7, confront. Test the spirit. Know who and what you are dealing with. Confront. Test the spirit. Know who and what you are dealing with. One of the greatest mistakes Black women make in the workplace is avoiding the conversation with the person they're having an issue with. Sometimes the only way to know who and what you are dealing with is to have the conversation. Career burnout affects more than your emotions. It affects your judgment. It causes exhaustion. Everything feels personal. Everything feels like rejection. Delays feel intentional. And every disagreement feels like an attack. But wisdom slows down. Confront the person so that you don't feel hurried and rushed throughout your workday, throughout your career. Ask yourself, what am I dealing with? Is it poor communication? Is it a personal conflict? Do they just not like the way that I look, act, my vibe? A simple conversation can answer that for you. And then you'll know what you're dealing with. And I know people are like, oh, I'm not here for all that. I'm just here to get my bag. That could be part of the problem. Maybe God is calling you. Maybe God is calling you and you can't ignore it because you're just there to get your bag. He's entrusting you with an awareness to see something and he wants you to respond. Because you could be dealing with policy issues. You could be dealing with discrimination. You could actually be dealing with fear of man instead of a holy reverence fear of the Lord that you serve. God could be trying to use you. Remember, God is a spirit and he needs a body to use. I hear people say all the time, and I know for a fact God is God all by himself. But that don't mean that he don't need a body to use. He needs a willing body to use. So the goal isn't to react and create a narrative in your own head. You want to dispel that. You want to stop creating narratives in your head about what someone else is doing. We're not here as clairvoyants. We're not here as witchcraft or anything like that. The only way that you'll know the spirit of someone who is before you, who you need to confront, is by asking a question. Confronting the situation. I know people are always like, oh, I don't like conflict. I'm not meant to suffer. But you certainly like suffering for the workplace as long as your paycheck is involved. The Apostle John wrote, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. You might gain a friend in a situation. At the very least, you'll gain clarity and understanding of what you're dealing with so you know how to properly respond. Testing the spirit does not mean that you're becoming suspicious of everyone. It means that you're curious, that you're asking questions. Sometimes people stare at you. Just ask so that you're not developing a mindset that everybody is against you. Not every battle needs to be fought. I tell people all the time, job stress requires you to either fight or take flight. Some things you should just be running from. Other things you need to be fighting for. If it involves your policies, your laws, your rights, that is something that always need to be fought for. Sometimes you just need to leave the situation. Sometimes you got to fight it. But what you should not be doing is freezing and fawning when you have a set of rules of engagement, you have policies and procedures, you have employees' expectations, you have to act in these things, and you have a spirit of truth that's vexing you to say or do something, say or do something. Okay? Career burnout often feels like it pressures employees to react quickly. Don't overreact, but you should respond with the spirit of love, with the spirit of joy, with the spirit of curiosity, with the spirit of confronting. Because you are such an invaluable and worthy person with talents, gifts for the world. You want to make sure that you are not letting seeds of doubt, insecurity, darkness, somebody else's poison get inside of you. So confronting that situation would be meaningful for your situation in the workplace. Power move number 7 reminds us to discern before we decide. If you think it's happening, chances are it may very well be a happening. But to confirm it, you just have to ask. And ask is our number 1 power move. Don't allow fear, anger, or exhaustion to make decisions that wisdom should make for you. I want to leave you with this. God is not only concerned with your destination, He is concerned with how you travel the journey. Test the spirit, know who and what you're dealing with, then move forward in wisdom. I urge you to take the work fatigue quiz and to discover your level of work fatigue, to identify your next right step. You are not alone. Employee mental health education is the new standard of care. Read along with us as we go through Operation Mental Health, discovering practical lessons on career burnout and recovery. Until next time.